everyone, it's Sophie from the Conversationalist. I'm here at the Clinton Global Initiative in New York City talking to trailblazers, leaders, and young people who all want to take action on the issues that matter. Let's go. What is something that you think our generation needs to take action on today?
It's very important to create a culture of encounter amongst people. People should be willing to say hi to others, bridging the gap between strangers and really making it feel like we're living in a community. I feel like that's waning these days.
Number one, involvement. Two, making the change. And three, not allowing what other people predict them to be. When you're in a leadership position, you are the leader. Because we can talk about the issue, but we got to be about the action. The issue that I'm passionate about is more like public safety, social justice.
I think our generation needs to take action on expression. A lot of people are really afraid to be themselves, especially online. I'd say maybe more than previous generations were more expressive, Gen Z. There still needs to be a lot of action. People are genuinely scared to be themselves online. That's weird because you see clones of everyone on Instagram or something. It's just be yourself, be cool, express what you like. It's really good and healthy to be yourself.
Obviously climate change. Everyone go sign up to volunteer with Climate Cardinals or join a local grassroots organizing platform near you. Sign up to vote. This is a crucial moment for climate, reproductive rights. All the big issues are on the ballot. If you want your POV to be heard, then register and sign up to vote.
All issues relating to climate change, I think, is what action needs to be taken on. I'm from a small island developing state, Barbados, and we are on the front lines of the impact of the climate crisis. So when we really see that climate change is a children's right crisis, we really need world leaders to take the necessary action, moving way beyond the top, because young persons and children who are at the forefront and on the front lines of the climate crisis certainly needs more action to be taken. And I'm tired of world leaders or persons saying in general that youth are the future, but yet still youth are the future, and we're still seeing there's so many fossil fuel emissions, greenhouse gases, and that yet still we're seeing that so many countries, and we're seeing the direct impacts of climate change with extreme weather events, the heat waves that's been happening all across the world, and those are really impacting negatively on the lives of so many people, not only children, So there really needs to go way beyond the top.
I think everyone should be mindful of what they post on social media and what they say to others. Everyone should be just nice to each other, and it'll turn out for the best for the world and everyone. There's a lot of hate and there's not a lot of support for people who need it.
Mental health. The main action that I would recommend for anyone to take and that has supported me in my conversations about my emotions and my mental health is to equip myself before I need to lean into that seemingly uncomfortable conversation with my best friend about how she's feeling, or before I check in with my sister on how something in her life went. I think equipping ourselves and earning, for example, our Be There certificate, essentially walking through how to have these conversations in a low stakes environment that can give you the confidence and the skills to do that when it really matters.
We all experience mental health challenges from time to time. So the first thing we can all do for ourselves, our families, and our communities is to accept that sometimes we have things that, we should take the time to pay attention to. And if we need help, it's okay to ask for help.
It's always been a part of my platform to talk about young women and gender expansive youth, pushing the boundaries when it comes to STEM and computer science in particular. I would love to see more gender equity within the field, but I think something that is going to be at the forefront of everyone's mind in the imminent future is climate change. We all need to step up when it comes to sustainability and to do climate saving practices. We are in a place that I feel right now requires action. We can no longer wait for action. Gender equity in STEM is one of the places that can actually help us there.
The first thing that came to mind was just the whole climate change issue. And so just thinking about making the earth that we are living in a better place, and making sure that we're really keeping in mind just sustainability and just doing the best that we can individually. We are living here. This is our planet. We are taking over this generation and the generations to follow. So we really want to make sure that the world is tangibly a better place for everyone.
The ageism space, because our country and our world is aging super rapidly, and I think it's on young people actually to work to build systems that can take care of older people as they get older. So I've seen it affect people that I love in my family, but also for the last few years I've been working with Holocaust survivors that live below the poverty line in Brooklyn, and seen the many ways in which being older and slipping through the cracks of the system affect not just the population I work with, but older older people in general. And it's only going to become a bigger problem and affect us one day as well.
We need to continue mobilizing towards young people's mental health. Gen Z has done this in an incredible way already. I think we need to keep pushing leaders, politicians, people who are holding these positions of power to force us to have a seat at the table, to make those decisions, and to also create outside of those systems, continue innovating, continue creating new ideas, new apps, new technology, new strategies to make sure that we're all better and we're all better together, and that when it comes to mental health, that we don't have to go through it alone. And the more that we can work together for better, the better that we'll all become.
I do think we need to take the charge on leading towards a more climate resilient future. I think that that's going to challenge a lot of our cultural values. Gen Z is really into like consumerism and like lifestyle associated with like consumption. We're going to have to like ask really hard questions about our values and priorities as we try to adapt to a climate changed world and realize how much of our decisions are playing into the creation of this ecological crisis.